electronics and power industry. He has worked with Nokia and Alcatel Lucent Nigeria as a general project manager and program director. Telecom Nigeria Limited as a specialist in radio and satellite communications. System 4, former National Electrical Power Authority as a protection system engineer. He currently runs a Percentage, a technology startup focused on providing flexible, secured, and tailored, cost-friendly, cutting-edge financial technology solutions to Africa. Within the social responsibility sphere, he is the co-founder of Endower Africa, a foundation dedicated to nurturing the next generation of highly skilled technology and graduate startups from within African universities, and also the executive director of our dear Academic Excellence Initiative, a non-governmental organization dedicated to fostering academic excellence in secondary school students. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your indulgence to invite Engineer Faid Olajide as he gives the welcome address. Thank you so much. Mr. Faid Olajide, Engineer Faid Olajide, over
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So thank you very much. We want to warmly welcome everyone, our guests, our respected guests, and sponsors and individuals who are fully committed to education within our dear nation, Nigeria. Permit me to share my screen so that I can read through the opening remarks. The royal father of the day is His Royal Majesty, Dr. Adeyanju Akanni Ogunbayi, the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Lagos State, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, Lagos State, Mr. Akeem Pham, Chairman of the occasion, Barrister Mrs. Margaret Titilayo Sholari, the Tutor General, Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Education District 1, the keynote speaker, Professor Musa Aibinu, the guest speaker, Dr. Olubayo Adekombi, the special guest of honor, Mrs. Tokbe Michael Dige, the project team, and all officials of AEI present, and our eminent teachers and scholars. AEI, excellence, our duty, our right. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, I welcome our honored guests, teachers, and students to this year's edition of the annual AEI Awards Scholars Day. Advances in technology has revolutionized our existence. Cloud computing, large-scale machine-to-machine communication, the Internet of Things, and great leaps in computing capabilities of miniature devices are all combined to usher in a new age of automation, self-monitoring, and production of smart machines, devices that can analyze, diagnose issues, and take action without the need for human intervention. The fourth industrial revolution, termed Industry 4.0, is the current trend of automation and data exchange in a host of application environments. Just as the world came to the reality that virtual or remote working has come to stay with the sudden appearance of the SARS-CoV-2, COVID-19, presenting massive opportunities to ready organizations and individuals, so will the advent of Industry 4.0 present a unique opportunity for ready individuals and nations. A unique opportunity for Nigeria to leap and live up to its promise as the giant of Africa. The ingredients being the young minds that Nigeria has in abundance, and the catalyst being the massive investment in education. Nigeria's greatest resource is its human potential, to which education is the investment required to polish and open up a new epoch in the history of our dear nation. The Academic Excellence Initiative is at the forefront of this quest to ensure optimal education and character development in our youths. Through our support programs, the subject clinics, debates and quiz competitions, and seminars, learning circles, preparatory examinations, and our flagship annual events, the Youth Orientation Program and the AEI Award Scholars Day. To us at AEI, the task of rebuilding our nation through youth education, seeking to birth a generation that will take our nation to glory, is the most potent means to our national rebirth, a worthy task to uphold a new Nigeria. As a testimony to our continued pursuance of that in most of Nigeria's higher institutions, blazing trails with excellence in their academics and character, the Award Scholars Day seeks to continuously encourage and recognize students for sterling performance in the quiz competition. For this year, 240 took part in this year's preliminaries, and individuals who are playing a likewise stellar role in the education sector, as well as committed supporters from the industry. The winning schools shall be presented with cash gifts of 150,000 naira, 150,000 naira, and 100,000 naira for the first, second, and third positions, respectively. In addition, all scholars at the finals will go home with individual prizes. We and our local institutions to rise up to the task of infusing Industry 4.0 into our education curriculum and leveraging digital technology to deliver learning. Sponsors, both individual and corporate, will continue to put our best to this important task at hand. On a last note, we again take the opportunity to sing the praises of our heroes, teachers. Thank you for your hard work at the front line of the struggle to safeguard the future of our dear nation. AEI, excellence, our duty, our right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director. Can we appreciate the Director with a round of applause? Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful Director. Thank you, Engineer Olajide, for the job well done. God bless you, sir. It is important to note that all participants in this webinar are to remain in the default mute mode. Speakers will unmute only when requested. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guest of honors, the next item on our agenda is to have the chairman's opening speech, welcome speech. I'm talking about no other person than the Permanent Secretary, Education, District 3, our mother, who is a woman of substance, a woman of virtue, a paragon of civility and efficiency, of course, a woman of great comeliness. I followed her through from District 3, where I belong to. She did a lot of things, of course, and that led her to Education District 1. And today, we are happy we have her in our midst. Our mother, Barrister Mrs. Margaret Titilayo, will definitely declare this program open. Our mother, Barrister Ma, kindly unmute your microphone, Ma, for the official declaration of today's program. Thank you, Ma.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ma.
Can you hear me? Yes.
We can
I'm
hear you, Ma.
happy to be here. I said good morning once again to everyone.
Good morning, Ma.
Yes, thank you very much. I also want to appreciate your invitation to this program. I'm indeed very happy. Anywhere where we are having programs that relate to students, I'm happy to be there. So I welcome everyone. I particularly welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Ministry of Science and Tech, Honorable Park. I want to thank you greatly, sir, for your support for education. There has been a great change in the area of technology in this beginning of this administration. We are indeed very grateful. To the organizers, I say good morning. I welcome everyone, particularly our principals and students. Our students, is because of you that we are here. So when you do well and you excel, of course, you'll be celebrated. And that is what we are doing today. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our students to continue to put in more effort so that they can be celebrated like this. To the Executive Director of AEI, I say thank you very much for your passion for education. If other people are able to do all this, that would have, the narrative of education in Nigeria would have changed for the better. So I want to say, to continue to do this. Those of us in the education sector, we are ready to support you. Anytime you call on us, we'll be ready to support you. Once again, I want to welcome every one of us, and I'm happy to be part of this event. I hereby, before then, please, I want to recognize the presence of the Commissioner for Education. This is Folashade Adefishayo, ably represented by Dr. Oyetola. Good morning, my Honorable Commissioner. Thank you for coming. So, I declare this award day ceremony in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma. God bless you, Ma. You've been a wonderful mother, an educator for excellence, and administrator. Thank you very, very much, Ma. We always appreciate your evergreen support for the advancement of education within the district and, of course, in Lagos State at large. I know definitely we are proud to have you, just like we are proud to have a commissioner of education and, of course, the likes of our director, Dr. Olufunke Oyetola. You're welcome. Thank you very much, ma'am. Students, you all had our mother. When you do well and excel, you will always be celebrated. Like I always tell my students too, back here in where I stay as a pair. Of course, if you are willing to win the prize, you must be willing to pay the price. And the prize is for you to work hard, study more, focus on success, and definitely you will be successful. Thank you very much, Ma. Without further ado, we'll turn the time over now to our distinguished speakers, starting with our keynote speaker for today, in person of our Professor Musa Ibinu, to give us a keynote address on the topic ingestion of Industry 4.0 technology into the Nigerian curriculum. Quickly, I'll read the short citation of our professor before it takes the mic. Professor Abiodun Musa Ibinu is an acadopreneur and a highly motivated, career-driven achiever with over 22 years working experience in the field of information and communication technology, mechatronics engineering, telecommunication engineering, teaching and research. Presently, he's a professor and head department of mechatronics engineering, director, Center of Open Distance and E-Learning, Federal University of Technology, Futmina, Nigeria. He is an advocate of spiritual intelligence, wow, artificial intelligence, oh, and academpreneurship. Academpreneurship simply means turning academic ideas into businesses. Efforts are ongoing in turning some of his research outputs and that of other colleagues into startup businesses at FUTMINA. In 2017, he was one of the recipients of the highly prestigious Nigeria Air Force Research and Development Award. Also in 2019, he was honored with Savicom Excellence Award by his contribution from, of course, FUTMINA, in recognition of his selfless services and contribution to development of Federal University of Technology, MENA, Nigeria, and the country at large. His research interests include digital signal and image processing, ICT, intelligent system design with focus on telecommunication, mechatronic system development, and artificial intelligence. God bless you, our professor. While our professor unmutes his mic.
Can you please hold a little bit?
All right, no problem, sir.
Please, it is before the lectures, it is of utmost importance for we to have a speech from the representative of the Commissioner of Education.
Absolutely. My apologies, definitely.
Okay, please kindly introduce that, please.
All right. We have in our midst, like we said initially, of course, Mother, the opening speech will definitely come up on board. From our mother, the Commissioner of Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, ably represented by our mother, Dr. Olufunke Oyetola. Dr. Olufunke Oyetola is the Director, Planning, Policy, Research, and Statistics from the Ministry of Education, Lagos State. Our mother is a woman of substance and virtue. I know definitely well, I'm saying this from what I've been seeing and what I'm still seeing, because at the moment, I know definitely the department is working around the clock to ensure that we have updates of statistics, okay, to better the lot of Lagosians and particularly students. So now I hand over the microphone to our mother, Dr. Olufunke Oyetola, for the opening speech. You're welcome, ma'am. Apologies to the House. So, Mr. Olawale, let's have our doctor, the representative of the Honorable Commissioner, to give our opening speech.
Okay, very respected Dr. Sir, we expect you to have the floor now, sir.
Good morning, all. Can you hear me?
Very well, ma.
Yes, ma. We can hear you very well, ma. Thank you very much,
So,
ma.
I'll deliver the Honorable Commissioner's welcome address. So, the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Science and Tech, Honorable FAM, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary, Education District 1, who is the Chairman of the occasion, Barrister Mrs. Titilayo Sholare, the SSA to the Governor on Technology, Engineer Said Balogun, Director AEI, Engineer Faid Olajide, and the Royal Father of the Day, Oba Ogunbayi, Professor Engineer Ibinu, Dr. Olabayo, and others, not in any particular order. I want to say good morning to you. I will start with Albert Einstein quote, which reads, "It has become apparently obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity." All over the world, technology is a booming market that is full of exciting innovations and new learning experience. What we call Industry 4.0 technologies today, simply put, is the fourth industrial revolution that was born in Germany, and several developed countries have created local programs to enhance development and adoption of the program with different names. Today, we talk about Made in China, we talk about the German technology. All this is born from the Industrial 4.0 technologies. Industry 4.0 makes factories smart, such as the Industrial Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and system interacting seamlessly. It requires big data, smart factory, cyber physical system, and Internet of Things. Now, adopting of this industrial technology 4 may be culture, level of education, economic, and other factors. Whether we like it or not, the outbreak of COVID-19 has made us to embrace the Industrial 4 technology in our education system. Now let's look at education and Industrial 4 technology. Education 4.0 technology is a desired approach to learning that aligns itself with the emerging fourth industrial revolution that focuses on smart technology, artificial intelligence, and robotics, of all of which has impact on our everyday lives. Technology infiltrates the education process, and both students and teachers have started to use it. Students now have their own access to information, the option to learn virtually and on platforms like the WhatsApp and Telegram, and to connect with faculty members have come to stay with us. In Lagos State, the smart city has been launched by connecting everyone to ourselves on the Lagos Connect. Even the state government have, and in partnership with private sectors, individuals, and NGOs, have given out mobile devices to our students where teaching and learning takes place. During the lockdown, we even went as far as starting with low-end technology by continually teaching our students on radio and television. The scheme of work produced by the Lagos State government from the national curriculum has been reviewed and embedded with 21st century learning skills, of which technology is not left out, because this new scheme of work can be accessed on the internet. Adopting technology, teaching students about technology is already an integral part of our unified schemes of work in Lagos State. And this is our own efforts at joining the Industrial 4 technology, whereby we are changing the approach to teaching and learning. And to achieve this more, we will continue to do the following. We continue to scale up. We continue adapting to the new context of technology. And again, we're going to make our unified schemes of work to be flexible. And above all, we are going to encourage remote learning in all specification. Ladies and gentlemen, I will end this speech with another quote from Jeremy Blumengarten, which says, "Technology gives the quietest students a voice. If we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow." That is what John Dewey says. So let us all continue to embrace technology for teaching and learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to formally welcome you to this occasion, and I want to congratulate the AEI family for the successful conduct of this Academic Excellence Award. Thank you, and God bless you all.
A round of applause for our mother, a round of applause for our mother, a round of applause for our mother. Thank you very much, Ma. You've been a wonderful woman and mother for all. We pray to the good Lord to continue to be with you, to grant you the divine wisdom to take the state to the greater height. You had it all from our mother. Yes, we have in Lagos State, has been confirmed, a unified scheme of work which I'm also a testimony of that particular scheme. I can testify to that. Lagos State is embracing technology, of course, and everything is scaling up, just like you said, flexible, and of course, virtually all primary school now make use of a tab, call it a co-excel. And the students with that, they've been, performing excellently well, even amidst the fight of the pandemic. Yes, thank you very much, Mother, Dr. Olufunke Oyetola, for that wonderful presentation. Yes, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Our keynote speech. Our father is ready. Our professor is ready. Professor Engineer Abiodun Musa Ibinu, the HOD Mechatronics Department, Futmina. Kindly unmute your mic, sir, and take us through the presentation. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, yeah, thanks a lot for the invitation. But before going further, let me stand on the already established protocol. For my talk today, I have just 20 minutes, and I will be talking on the topic or titled Injection of Industry 4.0 Technology into Nigeria's Curriculum. That will be the title of my speech today. But before going further, let me just summarize the citation presented some few minutes ago. Basically, I'm into mechatronics engineering, so you will still know more about mechatronics, that is mechanism plus electronics. I'm into academpreneurship and artificial intelligence, spiritual intelligence, and then borderless learning. So those are the, and presently I'm the director center for, so this is just to put us on the same frequency and on the same page. But before going further, let me just say, let me share this one with us. Our dream at FUT, especially at the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, at the Department of Mechatronics Engineering is to, yeah, please, I want to turn on my video. The admin should allow me to do that. Okay, thanks. It is better we, okay, it is still not enabled. Aside talking to you over this medium, yeah, it is also very good for me to for us to actually communicate facially. You will learn about body language as we move on. So our dream at the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, which is one of the technologies under Industry 4.0, is to make FUT what we call the Mecca of Mechatronics Engineering, or what we can also be referred to as the Bethlehem of artificial intelligence and the Disney World of innovation in Nigeria. That's our dream. So that's what we try to, what we have been trying to establish at the Department of Mechatronics Engineering, Federal University of Technology. Let me quickly also correct that it's not FUT, that it's not only at FUT, that you can take your mechatronics engineering. We have in other universities around, or scattered around Nigeria. At Unilag, you can do system engineering, then we have it at BUK, Afebabala, and so on. And also in some polytechnic, Lagos State Polytechnic, the Polytechnic Ibadan, and so on and so forth. Just be rest assured that we have lots of higher institutions offering that course. Now, let's now move forward. I want us to pay attention to what we have on the screen right now. When you look at this man, do you think the man is wise enough, or the man is even applying any intelligence at all? What this man has in abundance here is more than enough to look at the other side, but the man has failed to use it correctly. The moderator mentioned a few minutes ago that we have a lot of abundant resources in Nigeria, but are we making use of them? Are we making use of them? Even in Lagos State, are we really making use of all the available resources? So that's my first message for us all today, that it doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. Please, I want us all to take note of that, especially our students and members at AEI. Before starting my talk today again, let's look at what we have on the screen here. In 2009, for you to do area shot, you need an helicopter pilot, a cameraman holding it, and then you have to schedule the flight, or there is wind problem, blah, and so on. But within 10 years, cameraman and pilot both lost their jobs. They are no longer required. That's the reason this talk is so much important for those of us in AEI. Because you are going to be entering into another terrain, the terrain that we have never been there before. Let's look at the evolution of the mobile phone also, almost the same thing. Some years ago, mobile phone was just meant for call and then maximally SMS. You can only send short messages. But now, mobile phone is the capability of today's mobile phone is even far more complex than the capability of the computer that landed man on the moon some years ago. So the big question is, if we don't upgrade ourselves, are we going to be relevant? Let's look at this mobile phone of today some years ago. For you need a computer, a walkie-talkie, organizer, a wristwatch, and the rest. But all these things are now embedded in just that little gadget that you are holding on your hand. So my next poster or question for all of us here is, how prepared are we for the next 10 years? Are we really prepared? What is trending now? Let us ask ourselves that question again. What is trending now? Online, on social media, especially Twitter and the rest, what is really trending? I know some of us will tell me this is the trending thing. Some of us will be saying, oh, this is the trending now. To be sincere with you, if this is what you think is trending now, you have missed it. That's why I say no, capital no, no. That is not what is trending. What is trending, even according to the speech by the director and the commissioner, what is really trending in the world and in Nigeria now, it is what you call Industry 4.0 technology. So please, abuse your mind and don't ever think that this challenge is what is trending, but what is really trending right now, it is what you call Industry 4.0 technology. The Commissioner of Education mentioned smart city. You will see there, we will still come to that. She mentioned a lot of technology, big data, artificial intelligence. So please take notes. At the end of this talk, you must know that what is trending is Industry 4.0. The challenge also is just one of the applications of Industry 4.0. And there was a time we had what is called infodemic, also one of the challenge of the last of this present century. But before going further, most of us might not have come across this story. There used to be a company some years ago called Kodak. Kodak, when you go to villages or in the remote area, you will see all the sitting rooms and rest. You will see a lot of photographs and pictures in the living room. What Kodak is one of the reasons we had that. What really happened is that almost 110 years ago, Kodak transformed photography, and it makes it and then makes it to be part of our life. Thus, Kodak took photography away from the studio and bring it into our life. That was before the advent of what is called digital camera that you have now. That time, when you bought film for your camera, Kodak film was virtually your only option. Kodak, as at 1996, was ranked the 4th most valuable brand in the USA. And as in 1998, Kodak had over 170,000 employees and sold 85%. They had the largest market share of the photo paper worldwide industry. And then they captured 90% of the film market. So that was why you say when you talk about photography, you talk about Kodak. Some of us might still be very, very young that time, or some were still in gaseous state, yet to condense to this physical world. But what happened? Less than 4 years later, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. A company that had over 170,000 employees worldwide and sold over 85% of the photo paper and captured 90% of the film market, within 3-4 years, filed for bankruptcy. What happened? Very easy. But before going to what happened, let's ask ourselves, did you think that in 1988, when Kodak was dominating the industry, 3 years later, Kodak will file for bankruptcy? No. What happened is that there was an introduction of a new technology that sent Kodak out of business. And it will happen with us again, because we are talking about the 4th industrial revolution. So what really happened to Kodak was that Kodak failed to learn and act fast. Kodak failed to act fast. With the introduction of digital camera, Kodak failed to change, and within 3 years, Kodak was out of business. So the lesson I want us to learn from this is we need to learn how to act fast and always look for the next big thing. I'm not saying look for the trending thing. Look for the next big thing. Trend will come and go, but the next big thing will never go easily like that. And they never forget where you come from, and technology will continue to change. Much more importantly, as the Commissioner of Education mentioned, flexibility is important. Be flexible and make change part of your culture. You can see she mentioned adaptation in her speech. So please let us take note of all those things, especially for those of us in secondary school and those of us still in higher institution. So let me start my presentation. I've adjusted the title a bit, and I now call it Injection of Industry 4.0 Technology into Nigerian Curriculum, the Academpreneurship Approach. I'm going to talk from experiential points of view, from experience, what we have tried, and it has worked for us. So this is going to be the outline of my presentation, conceptual clarification, just providing certain definition, and then list some of the technologies under Industry 4.0, because this will help us in picking our career, in picking what course we want to go and study in higher institution. And I will also enumerate some applications of AI in especially medicine and ethical system. And then I will now discuss the way forward. That is the academpreneurship approach. So let's start with looking at curriculum. Basically, for learning in any part of the world, you need what is called curriculum. So the first question is, what is curriculum? Simply put, curriculum is what is taught in a given course or subject. That is, those things that you are going to learn. That is, curriculum refers to an interactive system of instruction, what you are and learning, how instruction will be passed or knowledge will be transferred from others to you. And then we take note of the goals, the content or outcome, the strategy, measurement, and the resources. So curriculum is so much important. Without a good curriculum, we are going to have a lot of problems. Let me also mention that curriculum development is the process to create positive improvements. Positive improvement. As the commissioner also mentioned, Lagos State has been trying along this line. So curriculum development process involves the design stage. You have to develop it, you have to implement, and you have to monitor and evaluate. And after that, you need what is called constant review. Constant review. That's one thing that has to do with educational curriculum development. And when you are planning, when you are planning your curriculum, is a very complex process. Very, very complex. Lot of people, lot of faculty members are actually involved because you need to define the learning outcome, the assessment methodology, content, and the pedagogy requirements for your students. So let me just talk about educational curriculum design. We have what is called the subject-centered. When you look at the picture on the screen right now, you will see that we have what is called our education system there. For a very poor curriculum, when students pass through the curriculum, they may turn out to just be donkeys if it is not well structured. So we have three basic types of curriculum design. We have the subject-centered, we have the learner-centered, we have the problem-centered. Each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. For the subject-centered, it involves around a particular subject matter or discipline. So you design it along that line. So this type of curriculum design tends to focus on the subject rather than the what? Students. So this is a common type of standardized curriculum that can be found in most public primary and secondary schools in Nigeria. So academia study this one and they understand that this one has some disadvantage, or the disadvantages is so enormous. So there is another one that was introduced, which we call learner-centered curriculum design. For learner-centered, it involves student need, interests, and goals. So this one acknowledges that students are not uniform, but individual, and therefore should not be, in all cases, be subject to a standard curriculum. Not only that, to the standard test. When you also look at the picture at the right-hand side of your screen, you will see elephant there, you will see monkey, you will see bird, and the examiner is saying for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. What do you think is going to happen to elephants? Elephant for the rest of his life will feel useless because the assessment has not been, his own structure have not been considered in the assessment. So this one also have what is called this learner-centered approach also has its own disadvantages. But we have what is called problem-centered. Problem-centered teaches students to look at a problem and formulate a solution. So this one also has its own form of advantages and disadvantages. Under the academic approach, we have picked all the advantages in all these curriculum design to come up with a curriculum that will solve most of our problems in Nigeria. And at the same time, it's not student bias, learners bias, but it's problem and exponential bias. That is, when you learn by experiencing things, you learn better. So this is the curriculum cycle. We have the vision must be clear. What characteristics do we expect from our graduates, and the program, the curriculum need, and so on. All these stages have been taken care when we talk about injecting Industry 4.0 into Nigerian curriculum. As I asked some few minutes ago, what is really trending online? Don't tell me it's that challenge or so. It is Industry 4.0. You can see the evolution of learning in man, and then you can see it. And then I've presented this one also, that can you see the timely change in each of these gadgets? There is continuous what is called evolution of technology. And also the way we work and the way we do things will continue to change. So we have passed through about 3 industrial revolution ahead of now. We have the mechanization stage. That was when we talk about first industrial revolution. That is, you talk about steam power and rest. Then we move to the mass production, which is the second industrial revolution. Then we move to the third industrial revolution. That was when you start hearing about email, e-facility, email, e-banking, and less. That one comes under what is called computer and automation. What all the industrial revolution meant to solve was to reduce the distance between men. That's why in the early days, for you to communicate with someone abroad, let's say London now, you need to send letter. It will take maybe 2 weeks to go and another 2 weeks to come back. So that is 4 weeks. With email now, that person is very close to you. But when we talk about fourth industrial revolution, we are talking about what is called cyber-physical system. That is, we are removing some thinking from men and we are putting it on machine. That is, we should allow machine to do some of this thinking for us so that human being will have less things to think about. And then we can focus on the main aspect of life itself. That is, Industry 4.0 is about minimal input from human operators will be needed. So, and then when we talk about 4.0, we are talking about cyber-physical system. That is collaboration, or that is a system of collaborating computational elements controlling physical entities. About 3 or 4 things are important there: computation, control, and communication. That is why it is called cyber-physical system. Information or communication is so much important. Let us now look at some of the technologies under Industry 4.0, and you will see that in the address given by Engineer Faid Olajide and the Commissioner of Education, you will see that some of this technology have been mentioned, and that's why you need to key into those technology now. We talk about artificial intelligence, renewable energy or clean energy, big data, smart city, robotics and mechatronics, blockchain. We talk about IoT, Internet of Things. We talk about financial technology, virtual reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing, e-commerce, shared economy. So the list is actually, okay, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and the enhanced waste management. This list is not totally exhaustive, but I've put it here for us to look at some of those things that you must be interested in for your career development. So what we are just saying now is that how do we infuse all this technology into our curriculum? We talk about artificial intelligence. How do we make artificial intelligence to be the common language for everybody? That is, domesticate, or what we call democratize the knowledge of artificial intelligence, big data, robotic or mechatronics, clean energy, smart city, blockchain, so that even when you are it was infused into the curriculum at a certain point in time. So what we are saying now is, or what we are asking ourselves, how do you think we should add all these technologies into our curriculum? Before talking, let me just share with us the basic knowledge of those technologies. Mechatronics simply means mechanism plus electronics. That is when you, that is the usage. Mechatronics comes from mechanism, and mechanism means machine that move. So when you look at that shoe there, we are talking about intelligent shoe that can do a lot of things. Hope I'm being heard, everybody.
Yeah, I can hear you here, Prof. Sir.
Okay, thanks a lot. So I just want to be sure that we are seeing electronics. We mean mechanism plus electronic. We mean something that is intelligent. So that is, how do you use intelligence, AI, and the rest to make things better? Look at that shoe. That shoe must be able to adjust to every usage. So, and then you can see a lot of sensors embedded there. And not only that, it must be able to take decision on your behalf. That is what mechatronics is all about. What of artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence simply means the addition of intelligence or transfer of intelligence from man to machine. That is, okay, okay, thanks. So you should be able to see my video now. So when we say artificial intelligence, we simply means that the transfer of intelligence in man to machine. That is, how do we make a computer control robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent being? That is, they must be able to do it better than us. Artificial intelligence is a thing that we must accept in our life. That is a way of making a computer or computer control robot or a software. It may not actually mean a device. It might just be a software to think intelligently in the similar manner that intelligent human beings think. When you go to some of this online e-commerce now, when you think, let's say you go there and you think and you click Samsung 9, after you might have checked what it has got, it will also make some recommendation that, okay, this is also available. That's what you call a recommender system. A bit of artificial intelligence has been infused into that. That's what makes it to be intelligent. So what we mean is that it may be software, it may be robot, it may be, so this is just some of those applications. You can apply it in robot. Yes, applications of AI. You can apply it in all these ones. So AI is also applicable in these various fields in education, in healthcare. Don't come out of what is called COVID-19. So although we are not totally out, but at least we are hopeful that we will be out very soon. So AI can be applied there in healthcare, in businesses, in finance, in manufacturing, and in law. So don't think that artificial intelligence or Industry 4.0 technology is only for those in science. You can see the area. So let's just look at some selected applications, especially in healthcare. We use artificial intelligence for treatment design and mining medical record, in chatbot. That is when you are chatting with a doctor, you are not really chatting with him. You might be chatting with a software, and the software must be intelligent and provide all the needed information to you. So the role of AI in healthcare includes smart electronic record, disease identification and diagnosis, student personalized student or behavioral modification, and then prediction of epidemic and patent monitoring. So these are some of the areas that can also be applied. So the whole idea is that the future of medicine and healthcare relies solely on AI. So you could see those areas that you can use AI to actually make some facilities. So let me tell you that artificial intelligence has come to stay, irrespective of where you are, what you want to study. But what we are saying is that how best to add all these technologies into our curriculum. And I've come about what is called academipreneurship approach. So please, if you don't hear me, just let me know. If you are not hearing me very clear, let me know. So let us now look at how to do it. Don't forget, some few minutes ago, I mentioned that educational curriculum cycle involved number one, what is our vision? Where exactly are we going? What exactly do we want to achieve? What exactly do we want to achieve? And then, what exactly do we want to achieve? So what characteristic does our ideal graduate must possess? What does the program currently have? And then what are the things we want to add? What does the curriculum need? How we make it happen? And then is it working? Continuous review. So that is what now makes us to introduce, and we are proposing that one way of adding this, it is what we call the academipreneurship. That is, simply means turning academic ideas, innovation, and researches into businesses and startups. This one has to do with experiential type of learning. Don't forget, I've mentioned three types of curriculum design approaches to us. So when we now say academipreneurship model, we mean we infuse learning and how those learning would produce and between academia and industry experts. Am I still being here, please? So, in developing approach required for turning academic ideas, research output, and innovation into startups and new businesses, because the whole idea about Industry 4.0 is to solve some of the problems being faced by man. So we have come up with this approach that integrates learning, research, industry into one curriculum, and especially the addition of Industry 4.0. So what are the basic objectives of this? Don't forget, I have mentioned here is that what are the objectives, what is the vision, what is the mission, and how do we want to go about it? So one is that the 6 basic objectives of academipreneurship include to provide an enabling environment capable of nurturing innovative academic ideas. Because when you look at Industry 4.0, it's about innovation, it's about ideas, it's about solving problems, it's about making our community a better place to live. And then This one, we also include the immersion program, that is a collaborative effort between those in the academia and the industry for cross-fertilization of ideas. And then training and coaching in entrepreneurship and all those technology while students are still learning. We are also saying that it's not only at higher institution, at even at secondary school level, like Kaduna State government is trying to make effort in adding some of this technology into their curriculum. We are trying to develop a curriculum that will take care of this, both at primary school and at secondary school level. And then that one, we also create marketing opportunities or market opportunities for innovative product. Don't forget the commissioner mentioned smart city. And then to generate employment and create a lot of startup companies in our community. So this is how it is going to be ingested. This is how we plan to do it, and then this is how it can be done. One, academpreneurship immersion, where while you are on study, maybe secondary school level or university, you have opportunity to go to the industry to learn one or two things. Like when you are talking about introductory technology, you should be able to take one or two lessons with those artisans in your area. And then how can it also be added? One we call interactive and experiential course content development. I will share one with us, interactive. Some years ago, we only learned 2 + 2 is equal to 4. We never, and we memorize all these things, evergreen forest and rest. We never know what it entails. And then nowadays, we consume videos, video skits and the rest. But have we applied it to our learning? No. Problem-based project model. That is, when you are in primary or secondary school, most of the questions should be problem-based oriented or problem-based in nature. Don't forget, I mentioned that type of curriculum development. When you look at what we have here, we have married all those basic approaches together. And then we have what is called academpreneurship research and project. Lagos State has introduced smart city, they have introduced a lot of things. At the level of secondary school, we should not be thinking of how do we generate, how do we make our students to be relevant, and how can they really be entrepreneurs along this line and start their own business and fund a lot of startups. So this is, okay, here is another approach that we have now put it in infographic for us to see. That's one way of injecting Industry 4.0. Let's look at this.
So they decided to check the dictionary, and they both found out they were both wrong. This is a common occurrence, especially in an academic setting. Hello everyone, you're welcome to our Studies Objects once a month, vocabulary development. And we'll be looking at the topic dictionary. What have different meanings in association? For example, when you say to someone, you simply imply that or mean that the person should change place. Okay. The Chambers English Dictionary.
So this is the way we now feel that learning should take place. And then when you do this one, you are injecting Industry 4.0 into the curriculum. Not only that, we are talking about creativity potential. So all these ones must be added to the curriculum. So the future of work, because why do we need to add it? We must be, don't forget when I said we have to know where we are going. The future of work is changing. The future of work isn't about displacement of work by has more to do with restructuring of the woman skill set. That is what Industry 4.0, and that's why we need to add it to our curriculum. We need to restructure our skill set. So in the future workspace, we are not talking about man replacing man, So it means that our skill set have to be developed along Industry 4.0 technology. Those are the skills of the future that you will need. So because it's not just about automation, it's about intelligent system. It's about Industry 4.0 technology. And when we adopt the academic approach, these are the things that we are going to be learning and be conversant with. And then those are the things we need to inject into our curriculum. One is creativity. Two is emotional quotient or emotional intelligence. Because some years ago, if you are not up to 7 or 8 years old, you can't start primary school. Nowadays, we have people that will complete secondary education at the age of 14. Are they matured enough? That's why we need to start teaching emotional quotient or emotional intelligence in our curriculum. We must infuse it. And we must also infuse critical thinking. Critical thinking. It's not just about memorizing and regurgitating formulas. You must know how to think critically to solve problems. And then active learning. Active learning, like the commissioner mentioned, encourage remote learning. Yes, encourage remote learning, and then decision making. And then in the curriculum, we must also infuse interpersonal communication skill, leadership skill, diversity and cultural intelligence. Diversity and cultural intelligence is so much important for us in Nigeria now, because without this one, we can't solve our problem. And then we must also add what is called technological skill, and then we must be ready to embrace change. So the way forward is not just about learning all those things. It's about learning, and you have to relearn, because the illiterate of this century will not be those who cannot read and write. No, it is going to be those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So the key message and the parting word is that for after injecting Industry 4.0, learners must also know that the key important thing now is about learning, unlearn, and relearn. And then that is what is going to make the dynamic, that is what you need in the future workspace. It is on this note I end my talk, and I say, it doesn't matter how many resources you have, what if you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. Thanks a lot, everybody, for listening. And then please, I will be ready to take 1 or 2 questions. Thanks, and God bless.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was a presentation with a call to action in Nigerian educational system. The lecture was fantastic, fabulous, and to put it together, I can say the lecture was a fantabulous one. We really appreciate our dear professor. We appreciate you for that wonderful presentation. We would love to have more of this, but because the time is fast spent, and I strongly believe our audience have 1 or 2 questions, which we are going to paint till we finish the whole lecture. But before that, permit me to recognize the presence of some distinguished personality in our midst. Of course, permit me to introduce to you a public figure, a man of timber and caliber, whose doggedness is driving with articulation. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you and I welcome on board the new Commissioner for Science and Technology, Lagos State. Is no other person than Honorable Akim Farm. You're welcome to our midst. You're welcome, sir. Also, I would like to recognize the presence of one of our awardees for today. Is no other person than Mr. Femi Amoda, Managing Director, ETC Center. You are also welcome to our meet. Moving on before the next lecture, it is important for us to have a shot from the preliminary. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to hand over the invisible mic to the AEI EPP in person of Mr. Ali Muhammad to give justice to that. As you can see from the screen, we have the list of public schools in attendance. We have the Keke Senior High School, the First Sowapol State Senior High School, Petland, Awawi Islam, the Herald Farm, Abeson, Idris, Lagos State Model College, Miron, Ijegu Senior Comprehensive, Ijaye Ojokoro Senior College, the Shepherd Community Senior Grammar School, Sugulere Senior Secondary School, Ikotu Senior High School, Egon Senior Grammar School, Ijaye Housing Estate, if I call Ijaye Senior Comprehensive College, Methodist Senior High School. Also, in total, we have 23, right? 23 public schools in attendance for the preliminary. Also, we have the private in attendance. We have Mary Grace College, Ali Ikma College, Dancehall High School, Bachel Model College, Rise Up College, Breza School, Wamil International Secondary School, Darul Naim College, Beitul Ilmu College, Elias International School, Tikmab High School, Mu'ibat Memorial School, Sapphire Stones College, Al-Qalem Academy, Basal Group of School, Console Private College, Ascension School, Unique Integrity College, NS College, to mention but a few. In total, we have 58 private schools in attendance, while we have 23 public schools in attendance. Classification of public and private school are the final. 4 public schools and 16 private schools qualify for the final as shown below. Total number of schools for the final, 20. Total number of private schools for the final, 16. Total number of public schools for the final, 4. 7.0 picture of the CBT pre-qualification. We have some pictures of the participants, from the preliminary stage. You can continue showing, time is fast spent. So you can continue. We have the team leaders, accessories, and to mention but a few. I think that's all about the shots from the preliminary. We appreciate our EPP for that wonderful record. Also, swiftly, we shall move on to the guest speaker presentation to further enlighten us on the theme of today's program, ingestion of Industry 4.0 technology into Nigerian's curriculum. The speaker is no other person than an expert in data science, Dr. Olubayo Adekombi. Dr. Olubayo Adekombi is ably represented by Mr. Olalekan Akishade, who is an experienced data scientist, robotics process automation and project manager, elite technical delivery and consulting at Data Science Nigeria DCN. Mr. Olalekan is a proficient in building, deployment, and management of end-to-end data analytical and process automation solutions. He has broad experience in leading data analytical and process automation in projects for clients in the financial services, oil and gas, telecoms, and manufacturing, FMCG, transport, and utility industry. Ladies and gentlemen, very respected guest of honor, may I have your indulgence to bring on board Mr. Olalekan Akishade for his lecture. Please, Mr. Olalekan Akishade, you're welcome. And I would like you to
Yeah, good
on your
morning.
video so that our participants will be able to see you.
Okay, all right. Just a minute. Good morning. Let me be sure you can hear my voice.
Clearly, sir.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Kindly turn your video on, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing that right away. Okay, although it's a bit dark here, but I'll do that. Just a minute. Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. Still standing on existing protocol. I understand that we have, great minds right on this call. So thank you very much. It's an opportunity, I must say. Okay, all right. So my name is Lekon King Sunday, and I work with Data Science Nigeria, where I lead technical and consulting. So essentially, today's talk, first of all, I must say that Professor has done justice to the talk already. How he was able to lay, precept upon precept, the principles of industrial, the Industry 4.0 that we're talking about here. And, I love the way he was able to bring that up and merge it with Nigeria's education. I mean, that is awesome. That is awesome. But I would just add a couple of things. Perhaps you'll still be able to get one or two things right from the discussion. First of all, I'd like to just talk to you about Data Science Nigeria, where I work. We are a non-for-profit organization where we have a main vision to build 1 million African artificial intelligence talents in 10 years. And we've been existing for 4 years now, and we've been doing this a lot. And this is why we go to work. This is at the core of what we do. Even where we do consulting for organizations, we understand that we have this vision to raise 1 million artificial intelligence talent in 10 years. And of course, we are the #1 artificial intelligence learning community and solution delivery network in Africa. In 2019, we received an award called the Matea Impact Award at Deep Learning in Daba. And then just last year, we won the best academic poster at the 21st ACM conference, that is EC conference, which of course this particular award was of high prestige for us because we presented posters alongside Harvard University, Oxford University, top universities in the world, and then we came back with the best poster award. Also, these infographics we have here just detail some of the things that we do at Data Science Nigeria. As you can see right here, we have an ebook, right, which is called Artificial Intelligence for Startup, which has over 1 million downloads already, meaning that we've been able to reach over 1 million, people based on this download. We also have what we call the AI knowledge box, which for us is really geared towards making artificial intelligence knowledge, artificial intelligence learning content available, all right, to people. And that's why we have these videos from top universities, data set from top universities. We've created them and then stored them into an external hard drive that we give out for free. And at the same time, in terms of online participation, we have about 22,000 people who we have trained, personally face to face, who have gone through our training program. And of course, we also have on YouTube, series of learning content. If you just go on YouTube and you do Data Science Nigeria, you discover what I mean. Over 271,000 views of videos. And then, of course, in terms of face-to-face free classes in data science, of course, we have over 3,000, and I'm very sure everyone here will know that last year there was really no face-to-face. So this means that between in the last 3 years, we've had over 3,000 contents. All right, so let's get to the business of today, Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0. So I'd like to just start by, giving a kind of general overview of what Industry 4.0 is all about. Generally speaking, Industry 4.0 describes the growing trend towards automation and data exchange in technology and processes within the manufacturing industry. Not just even manufacturing, really, because it's gone beyond manufacturing, right? It's now even within socioeconomic, world, where we have technologies that talk about automation and data exchange. All right. Now, we have what we call emerging technologies, right? Just like Professor has rightly, explained to us, right? Within Industry 4.0, the technology that drives Industry 4.0 is called emerging technology, all right? Emerging technology, which of course in general term is used to describe a new technology, all right, that is expected to be available within the next 5 to 10 years, all right? And of course, the effect of such technology is expected to create a significant socio-economic effect, all right? It is expected to create a significant socioeconomic effect. And that's why, topics like this, just like Professor said earlier on, these are the trending things because these things will last for the next 5 to 10 years. So which means that we need to really plug ourselves into it and see how we can make the best out of these technologies. So let's quickly talk about each of these technologies so that we can all be on the same page and we won't assume that anybody knows what we're talking about. So I will start with artificial intelligence, which of course, like I've rightly mentioned, is my own core domain of technology that I've chosen to go into, and of course, my organization's core domain, artificial intelligence. And simply put, I would say that AI is a simulation of human intelligence in machine that are programmed to think like human and mimic human action, which essentially means that AI is all about simulating human intelligence. So take, for instance, I'm talking right now, right? And for those of you who can see me clearly, you would see that I'm gesticulating, raising hands, doing that. Now, the source of my talking, right, is reasoning, cognition. Now, when I bring technology, right, when I program machines to do the same thing, right, to think, right, and to mimic human action, then that is what we call artificial intelligence. All right. Now, essentially, when we talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about machine learning. All right. We talk about deep learning. What exactly is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of AI techniques that uses statistical methods, all right, to enable machines to improve with experience. Now, oftentimes I get people who would say, machine learning, does that mean you're teaching machine to learn? Teaching, computer to learn. Essentially, that's what it is. But on the other hand, it's all about using computer algorithms and data, all right, to train computers. So you are training computers. So for instance, you give a computer, let's say for instance, data, all right, and then you train the computer with the data, train it on some algorithms. What are algorithms? Steps of doing things, right? When you train that computer that, okay, whenever you see this, take for instance, anomaly detection, whenever you see this kind of data, and this thing goes the other way, right, then there's an anomaly. That's just an instance, right? So machine learning is all about using statistical methods, right, to enable machines to improve with experience. On the other hand, we also have deep learning, all right, which is also a subset of machine learning, which makes the computation of multi-layer neural network feasible, right? The reason why we call it deep learning is because we have multi-layers, right? You have a first layer, which we call it neurons, right? Just like the human brain, right? They have multi-layers, right? And then application of deep learning, we see it, for instance, when we talk about image recognition, right? For instance, before a computer can understand your image, for those of you who use iPhones, for instance, your touch pad, your touch ID, your face ID, what's going on there is that computer generally has multiple layers, right, of understanding your face. So it demystifies your face to zeros and one, right? Different layers. And that's why we call it deep learning. And essentially, there's this PwC publication that says that there's $15.7 trillion potential GDP gain for countries who would adopt AI by 2030. And I'm telling you that Nigeria is also part of this country, right? Because with the work of organizations like Data Science Nigeria, where I work with, and a couple of other organizations, we are beginning to see that Nigeria is having a good footprint, right, in the narrative of artificial intelligence. Another is augmented reality. Augmented reality. And essentially, from the word augmented, what it does is that it's a visual or audio overlay on the physical world that uses contextualized digital information to augment the user's real world view. And a very good example that will bring this home for those of you who have not tried it, for those of you who are trying the Silhouette challenge, that is augmented reality in action, right? You take a picture in a normal daylight, and then the TikTok application converts it to a red view. That's augmented reality. Why? Because you're layering what's happening behind the scene is that there's a physical world, which of course where you're doing your action, and then there's a contextualized digital information, which of course is when TikTok converts your daylight into what? Into a red view, right? That's augmented reality, and that's a very good way to explain it, right? So let's move fast for time. We also have what we call virtual reality, right? Virtual reality, which is the use of computer technology, right, to create a simulation of a three-dimensional image or environment. And I'm very sure some of us would have seen this picture I have here, where you have an HoloLens, or a VR lens, right? And then you imagine yourself being in another environment. Now, the closest of this reality that I had was when I went to a gaming center, right? Where I put this on my face, and then it was literally like I was in a boxing ring. It's quite interesting because it seems so real. It seems so real that you are actually in another environment, and that is virtual reality in action. All right, so it uses computer technology to simulate, and we're beginning to see how that in the industry, in education, in manufacturing, this is also being used, where people can literally simulate an environment, and then you go into that environment, you put this on your face, and it seems like you are there in that environment, and that's technology in action. Also, we have what we call blockchain. I mean, if you're on Twitter, you would have seen that a lot of people are talking about blockchain, especially around cryptocurrency. All right. And for those of you who are on Twitter who are following the likes of Elon Musk, something happened in the last 2 days where Elon Musk updated his Twitter bow to Bitcoin. And then for those of people who trade Bitcoin, made a lot of money. Why? Because the value of Bitcoin rose because a well-known person recognizes with cryptocurrency. So what's the point here? The point is that blockchain is a distributed digital database, all right, or more broadly, a digital ledger that uses software algorithms to record and confirm transactions with reliability and anonymity. And that's why people are really, really going in for blockchain. And of course, different technologies are being built on blockchain. Like I mentioned, there's cryptocurrency, a lot of other technologies, people using blockchain in real estate, a lot of them, application of blockchain in the world today. Also, there's drones. Drones is one of the Industry 4.0 technology, all right? Drones is one of them, right? Which is a flying robot that can be remotely controlled or fly autonomously, all right? Through software controlled flight plans in the embedded system, working in conjunction with onboard sensors and GPS. I'm very sure a number of us will have seen this picture in action before. Even though it's not legal to fly a drone in Nigeria, you have to go through some protocols, right? But drone is one technology that is really, really gaining ground, being used in insurance, being used in FCNGs, being used in virtually all industries you can think of. Also, we have robots. Yeah, robots, which is also one of those, technology, right? It's also one of those technology, right? Where we say machines with enhanced sensing, controlling, and intelligence used to automate, augment, or even assist human activity. These are robots, and they're also one of those technologies that you should all look out for. Then we have this fantastic fourth generation technology called 3D printing. It's fantastic because 3D printing is creating a great revolution in the way we live our lives today, which can literally create a three-dimensional object based on digital models by layering or printing successive layer of material. All right. Now, the interesting thing is that in health, for instance, I was watching a documentary some time ago of how that in health they are using 3D printing, all right, to literally print the heart of human, to print internal organs, right? I mean, this is creating great revolution in the way we live our lives. It's quite interesting, very interesting, I must say. Then also we have Internet of Things, all right, Internet of Things, which is a network of objects, all right, a network of objects, physical objects that are embedded with sensors, softwares, network connectivity, and computing capability that enables them to collect, to exchange, and act on data, usually without human intervention. From the word Internet of Things, you would understand that what we're talking about here essentially is that we have things being connected, right? Connectivity. And this is at the core of smart city. When we talk about smart city, we're talking about the application of these technologies, especially Internet of Things. All right. Take for instance a good example of this. Just imagine for a second that as you are here right now, imagine that you can literally know what is going on in your home. You can know, for instance, how many food you have in your fridge. You can know, for instance, what's your energy consumption at home right now. That's Internet of Things in action, right? And this technology is currently being used virtually in many parts of the world, and even in Nigeria already, we are beginning to see Internet of Things being used in the country. So what exactly is the story behind all these things we're talking about? The fact remains that 64 billion, according to Business Insider, it's predicting that there will be more than 64 billion IoT devices that are active by 2025, which means that a lot more, things, a lot more objects, a lot more tools will be connected, with the internet by 2025, and it's already starting. Another is 5G. This 5G became very controversial last year, especially when COVID-19 started coming out, where people started talking about 5G, 5G. But what exactly is 5G, right? 5G stands for the fifth generation cellular network technology which is the next major development in wireless technology or wireless communication. And essentially what it's all about is it's all about speed, all right? It's all about speed and efficiency. And these are some of the characteristics of 5G wireless communication. Number one is there's 10 times longer battery life for low power devices, which means that devices, for instance, chips, microchips that run on battery can literally run for longer. Why? Because they are running on 5G and they are not consuming so much energy. All right. There's 5 times lower latency. What is latency? The speed between, for instance, how many of us have tried uploading something on the internet and it takes a while before that thing begins to upload? That's latency. So when it is 5G, the moment you click go, it goes, 5 times faster than what currently exists, which means that it's going to be a technology that will create a great revolution, in the world. There's this quote also that says that the human race and its machine creates 2.5 quintillion bytes of data, right? Every day, 2.5 quintillion. Think about that. This is way over trillions, quintillion. That's the equivalent of 250 million human brain broken down by neurons. I mean, what we're saying here is that emerging technologies, the industry 4.0 technologies is all about data. A lot of data will be produced in the process. And that's what we're saying right here. A lot of data will be produced in the process. So let's bring this together. Since we're talking about education and we have a lot of education dignitaries right on this call, so let's bring this all together, right? Now, education and technology. Education and technology. As much as these technologies are being used in the industry, being used in our personal lives, there's a field that is called EdTech, which is the interplay of education and technology. And essentially what we're saying here when we talk about this is that through investment in EdTech, right, we can begin to see increasing learning and outcome as a result, that has changed. Better put, EdTech, right, is creating a lot of increase right? Because a lot of organizations, a lot of countries are now investing in edtech. So there's a lot of, increase that we are beginning to see in many countries. And of course, the new normal, right, as we know it, COVID-19, that has changed the debate on edtech, because before 2019, a lot of, countries still ask the question, okay, what's going to be the interplay of education and technology? But COVID-19 has made us realize that that question is no longer a question of if, you know, education technology exists. It's now about how can we use technology in education. All right. Now, experience to date highlight that teaching and learning remotely is not the same as face-to-face pedagogy, which means that the way we learn today, as a matter of fact, you can see this picture I have here that shows a student who is listening to radio, right? A radio program, learning, via radio. So it's gone beyond just physical or face-to-face, learning. It's now about remotely. How can we make Nigerian education accessible remotely? All right. And that's what it is all about. That's where technology comes to play active role. So talking about curriculum updates, these are some of the adjustments that we believe that should be included, right, in our curriculum. The first, right, is emerging technology. Emerging technology content needs to be included. Emerging technology content needs to be included. There's no two way to it, right? There is no two way to it. The other one is that shorter and more modular content, because the truth is the students need to learn, right? But the way they would learn has to be modular. It has to be short and it has to be modular. Then also we have more engaging content such as edutainment. Professor showed us an animated video earlier on, beautiful one. So it's all about making content even more engaging. So the way we teach chemistry, the way we teach mathematics, the way we teach, subjects, regular subjects needs to be more engaging, all right? And that's what technology will make us, will make happen. Especially now that, content are even being delivered remotely, it has to be engaging. Then of course there needs to be continuous feedback. Very, very important, continuous feedback, so that teacher, gets feedback from the student gets feedback to the teacher. It needs to be in place. All right. And then we need to have smaller group online, where we have online group discussions or more open-ended questions. So these students, they're not just sitting in classroom to learn, but they can relate one another. They can, once in a while have Zoom sessions like we're having, with one another. And also going forward, much attention must be directed on how technology will enhance teaching and learning in a blended learning environment, reaching students both in the school and at home. There's no two way to it. We need to adopt these technologies, to deliver content to students both in their school and at home. Now, I would like to end with these final thoughts about some of the things that we are even doing at Data Science Nigeria to augment, education, the education curriculum in Nigeria. And that's why we have what we call the AI Plus for Kids and Teens community. Remember, like I said earlier on, Data Science Nigeria is a community, that trains, students free of charge in artificial intelligence, Python programming. So we have this community, and what this community is all about, right, is taking learning content, data science, artificial intelligence content to kids and teens and giving them access to world-class skills, right? These are some of the pictures of some of our sessions in, definitely not last year, but, 2019 thereabout. And also, interestingly, we have also released the first beginner artificial intelligence and Python programming school for primary and junior secondary school students. I mean, this book is so interesting because it demystifies Python programming, demystifies artificial intelligence, and it impacts that knowledge in very easy to read format. And these are some of the pictures from the book. For instance, talking about what is a tuple, very interesting book to read for kids. An interesting thing is that we also have our outreaches to schools where we take these books, all right, of course, most of these books are sponsored. So we have an organization who will sponsor this book. For instance, one of our partners wants to sponsor these books, and we take it to schools, give it to teachers, give it to students to learn. and amazing results have been coming out. And this is one way we are, adding to the narrative of supporting the Nigeria education curriculum. So finally, you can download our annual report just to learn more about data science Nigeria. And then you can check our website. You can send us an email if you want to reach out to us. You also have our phone numbers there if you care to reach out to us to learn more about us. Thank you very much. It's been an awesome session. I really do appreciate the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir. AEI. Excellence on duty, all right. That's been a wonderful presentation from our father, our specialist, data scientist. Of course, you agree with me that this is no doubt, we have no choice than to include Industry 4.0 into our curriculum. Without taking much of our time, we go straight to the next on our agenda, and that is to have questions and answer from our speakers. We've listened to our Professor Engineer Abiodun Musa Ibinu. We've also listened to our wonderful presenter, our data analyst, the representative of Dr. Olubayo Adekombi from Data Science Network. So if you have questions to ask now, we are free to ask our questions. For those of us online, let us kindly raise our hands and send our question using the question chat box, and also the reaction button for our questions. We all have the Zoom platform to use. It is time for question. It is time for question. It is time for question. Mr. Olawale, you can take questions from students at the over there. Mr. Olawale, if you have questions from our students.
Okay.
So,
if any students who have one or two questions, should let us know. If you have one or two questions, kindly bring it forward. Okay. Check the chat.
Okay.
No question yet. Do we have anyone here? Okay, can we have it? Please, officials, you help. Officials, you help. How do I work?
Okay, I think we have. Okay.
Actually, now I think we have a question here.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear?
We have a question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We have a question from our chat box.
Okay.
And the question goes to our professor. So let's have the question from the hall. So we'll take everything together.
Okay, should we give our own first?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yes, I think we should take it. Okay, this question goes to the second lecturer, and the question goes thus. The student asks, how do I join DSN learning group? How do I join DSN learning group? Did you get that? At the crown?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I'm with you, sir.
Okay. I think the lecturer should make justice to that.
Yeah. Over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so I would drop the link to registering. I'll drop the link on the chat room so that we can pick that up. How about that?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Olasande. Okay, we'll take note of that.
At Crown, sir. At Crown.
Yes, sir.
MC Crown.
Yes, sir.
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
Kindly enjoin our guest speakers to always turn their videos on.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Two questions. One.
Now, we have another question here. The question goes to, I think, Professor now. Prof, someone asks here, what specific technologies, tools, and apps can teacher find, really useful for teachers and learners that would facilitate academic experience among learners? So this is a question from our father, Mr. Peter Omonigbo Dibo.
Okay. Thanks a lot. If I may get the question that what app or software is available for we teachers, am I right?
Yes, and learners too, to facilitate academic
Yes.
experience. Excellent.
Okay, fine. Let me quickly state this fact. And I want our teachers to pay attention. Some years ago, we used to have some people called typists. Where are they now? We used to have some people called nighter boys. Where are they now? So technology will change, everything will change, but teachers that adopt or that knows how to use technology can never be replaced and will never change. So that is the first lesson. Now, what tools and the rest? To me, there are a lot of online resources like Moodle software. You know how to use it, Moodle, Moodle. That is just one. There is Canvas, there is Blackboard. But what I just want to share there is that the use of learning management system. Our teachers learn how to use learning management. And among the known elements include Moodle, Canvas, Blackboard, and so on. And you don't have to know the science behind it. You may come in as users. What do I mean? You may not know how to develop or program or set up Moodle if you are not along that way, but you just know how to create your course, how to use it for students to submit assignment. That's the first one. Number two, and I'm also talking to all of us students, we check status, short videos, and research has shown that nowadays, or in between 2020 and 2021, out of 24 hours, we consume nothing less than 4 hours video, 4 hours from those 30 seconds status views and less. So what you need to know is how to also present your information in infographics form. Infographics form. That is, you can know how to use Adobe or CorelDRAW and less, so as to aid your information presentation. So that's what I will advise. And then you can also take some online courses, especially on facilitation. How can you facilitate online classroom? There are a lot of, just like some years ago, or we are having CCNA, CCIE. Now, people are now going to be certificated on online teaching, online facilitation, and the rest. So I will just employ you to go for online certification on how to facilitate learning and the rest. So it will also good. So summarily, know how to present your information using infographic approach. 2, you know how to use learning management system. And where can you learn all this? Just go to MOC. A lot of online systems are available, like Coursera, EDX, and the rest. You can take all those courses there. And some are free. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Professor. Quickly, sir, we have a question again, so you can answer it together. But those students that really want to study and concentrate on artificial intelligence and robotics as their field of study, what level of education would these be possible to make this choice decision? The level of education, will it be at the post-secondary school level, say undergraduate level or master, postgraduate level? What level do you think they can actually give their best for this particular course, artificial intelligence and others?
Yeah.
Also, Prof. Sir, I think we can add this together from our own ends too.
Okay.
This is a question coming from Baptist High School, Ijegun, and they are asking that for students in art and commercial classes, how can such students benefit from these based eye-opener seminar?
Okay, thank you.
That's wonderful.
First question.
Now, art students and commercial can also benefit.
Okay, thanks a lot. So the first question asks that at what level? The second speaker have said that, and I also agree that you can start from the age of 6. He presented things, am I right? That is, to me, age 10 to actually start AI or specialize in the age 10, you are too old. Just like the second speaker mentioned, we had engagement with primary school, secondary school in Lagos and some other states. And our enrollment age was age 5. And we observed that when students came from age 5 or 6, initially we started with age 6, but along the line we had cases of people that we now had to reduce it to age 5. That is, once you are 5 years old, you are too old, or you are already too old to learn about AI or mechatronics. And I love the approach. You could see the material shared by the second speaker. He showed us the materials and the approaches for learning. And from my own personal experience, I like to teach kids from age 6. So age 6 is my own preferred age. And for those who are in primary and secondary school, don't look down on yourself. You can still join. What I've just said is that if you have not joined since age 6, you must join even before leaving here. The second speaker has mentioned that he will share the link of where you can join. Please just join, learn, or go to some of these online platforms and take those courses. That's number one. For those in art and commercial, let me restate my other. I've mentioned it that Industry 4.0 and the rest, it's not about you are in commercial, you are in art. It's going to be the next language. Everybody is going to be speaking, and we are already speaking it. What do I mean? When you get home, for you to be sure that you are already speaking the language, just give your son that is in primary school your phone and put enough data there and come back after 2 hours. You will nearly be the guy. Say, you are finished with my data. The way it's going to YouTube and the rest. So, or that small kid will actually turn your phone upside down and you have to be looking for him or her. Or if you have kids at home and they are too silent in their room, just switch off your hotspot. You will see them coming out to ask you, Mommy, what happened to your phone? So the whole idea is this one, is that it's not a matter of you being in art or commercial class. It's a matter of the new language that all of us will be speaking. So in art or commercial, if you don't know about artificial intelligence, we are not saying go and be a programmer. Just know how to use it. Know a bit of how it can assist you. Let me share one for you to understand what I mean. Some years ago, when you enter shop and the rest, they'll be showing you some of those things you can buy. Okay, we have this, we have that. With online shop now, just click on anything. You will see it bringing a lot of things to you that, okay, this is also available. So that's what we mean. But for those in art and the rest, your learning now can now be energized by virtual learning, virtual reality. I shared a video during my talk about how we teach GST now, dictionary. In that video, lecturer or teachers doesn't have to go to class again. You just make that video available and you facilitate. Nowadays, we are not talking about teaching again. we are talking about facilitating. The second speaker also mentioned it. All this information are available online. We are just to facilitate our students or learners, we assess them in ethical manners. So if you are in commercial, you can learn all these things. And then there's nothing that says that you have to be in science before you can take AI or programming. From experience, we have observed that those who are into non-science field, they become better programmer than than those in science field. So I will seriously advise and suggest that those in art commercial look at how to. About 2 years ago, or about 4 years ago, we actually did one work for makeup. That is, if you want to go out and you are not confused on what cloth to put on, how to do your foundation, how to do your lipstick, eyebrow, and the rest, what color, we match each other. We develop an AI for that just mention where you are going and the day, and just mention the event you are going. It will tell you what type of cloth to use, what type of makeup to do, and the rest. So we develop it for those who are non-science oriented based, and people are using it. So the whole idea is that Industry 4.0 technologies is for all of us. Just pick one and try to master it. You don't have to know everything. Just pick one and specialize in one or two, and you are good to go. Thanks. Hello.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate our professor for making justice to those questions. Atlikon, are you there? Okay. While waiting for the second moderator, we have come to the end of the questions and answers segment. We appreciate our guest lecturers for making justice to those questions. So moving on, because of time constraint, we'd like to move to the next agenda, which is award presentation of award. But before then, I would like to bring on board the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, who shall advise the award winner and the winning school, as well as distinguished scholars, before we move to the award proper. So, Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, can we have you on board while you give your advice?
Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here with you all this afternoon. I send my sincere greetings, and at the same time, I would like to ride on the existing protocol. It has been a very interesting event. The program, well organized, and the presenters, they're the best you can ask, to come and give presentations on the important topics that, we've been talking about. The new industrial age. So to the awardees, and especially to the students among us, let us give a lot of thanks to our educators. They are the custodian of knowledge. They've done a great deal to nurture everyone to the level we are today, and they will continue to be with us. So I challenge you, that from what you've had, the excitement should be in you to really look at education as a career choice. It is very important. We cannot do without teachers. We cannot do without teachers. We cannot do without teachers. And we have to continue to put our focus in this area as we move into a knowledge economy. Remember, learning is lifelong. As one of the speakers said, you get to a point whereby you have to unlearn in order to bring new materials in. That is very correct. Some technologies that are very good, state-of-the-art years back, they're no longer relevant today. So it shows that we cannot just sit and rest on what we currently know. We have to continue to learn. Ingesting Industry 4.0 into the Nigerian curriculum is very important. Great topic to talk about. And we've got so much from the Tutor General, from the Commissioner of Education, from professors. I'm really glad that, I spent my morning, and part of afternoon at this event, because when you look at what is out there today, we're talking of IoT, talking of robotics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, big data. Lagos State is providing an enabling environment, not for us, but for the future of the state and the future of the country. So I encourage our students to look at what we're doing, to look at where they are today and say that I want to be part of the future. I want to learn more. I want to contribute to the growth of this great nation, because the students, they are the future of this country. Forget about oil. Oil is no longer there. Data is the new oil. So I encourage you to focus on your schoolwork and also respect your parents, because they're very important in your life, because education is not only in schools, it has to be effective at home too. So give thanks, respect them, do more than you learn in school. You see, there are so many ways. The internet is full of information. To expand your knowledge, take advantage of what is out there. Don't look at the bad side of it, but look at the good side that you can use to enhance your knowledge. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the organizers, for such a beautiful event, for such an event that is inspiring, for such an event that will open the eyes of our students into the future. Thank you very much. Please keep up the good work. I appreciate everything you're doing. Whatever assistance we can provide at the government level, please reach out to us. We thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the speakers. You've been great. And thank you very much, the students. Take whatever you can from this. By the grace of God, we will all continue to expand our knowledge. Be safe. Thank you.
Honorable Commissioner, sir, we appreciate your presence in our midst today. And we actually appreciate you, the fatherly advice. And now AEI can be so confident that they have the backing of the Lagos State government, as well as our honorable commissioners here present today. We appreciate you. Right before now, I've known our honorable commissioner to be a man of timber and caliber and caterpillar, because of his endless contributions to technological advancements in Lagos State. We appreciate you, and we pray that may God continue to strengthen you to do more of that. Thank you so much. We're glad to have you once again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on is we're moving gradually, and we are moving to the end of the program. But the program will not end without the celebration of the great scholars of today's occasion. The visiting prizes from AEI await our scholars, an award for our patrons and matrons in support of Nigerian educational system. Permit me to say at these junctions that before then we would like to appreciate our awardees of today. We are happy to be a member of AEI, the #1 NGO known for excellence. In view of all, we shall take the recognition of humanitarian service of our noble personalities in their support to the growth of education in Nigeria. So we are moving to the presentation of the award. And the presentation of the award will come in this format. Both the presenter and the receiver will on their videos. The presenters and the receiver, I say that again, both the presenters and the receiver will be called and they will on their videos, after which the officer in charge of the EPP We also help to display the AEI logo as well as the award. And the first on my list here is the Award of Excellence to be presented. Give me the award of HC Education. HC Education. HC Education.
Yeah.
Okay. The first award will be presented by our very own Director of Academic Excellence Initiative, Engineer Faid Olajide. Please, can you turn on your video, sir? It's on, okay. Our able director will be presenting Mrs. Folashade Adebisayo in recognition of her contributions towards education in Nigeria and service to humanity. Can we have the representative of the Honorable Commissioner on Education? The video too. Can we have the video of the Honorable Commissioner on Education? The representative of the Honorable Commissioner on Education.
Our mother, Dr. Mrs. Olufunke Tolaba.
Okay. You're welcome at MC Crown.
Thank you, bro. I had some technical issues here, but thank God we're back.
The representative of Honorable Commissioner on Education to on the video for the presentation of the award.
We have our director on standby. We are waiting for the representative of the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Lagos State, Dr. Mrs. Olufunke Ayitola.
It's online. At MC Crown, I think the representative is not online for now. Probably we should move on to the next one.
Yes, the next presentation will go to Honorable Commissioner, Science and Tech, Lagos State Government. Is no other person than a father.
No, you should be the one to do it.
Of substance, a man of excellence, recipient of this award of excellence, and will be presented by our own director, engineer Fahid Olajide. So we can have the video of Honorable Commissioner, Science and Tech, Engineer Akim Pham.
Is on, so our able director should start the presentation now of the award.
Absolutely.
On behalf, thank you very much, Lee Crown and Omawali. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, I want to extend our appreciation to our father, Honorable Akim Pham, for your support and your contribution to improving the educational sector with using technology. We believe that the next stage in Lagos State and in fact in the whole country is going to be dictated by which states are able to quickly adapt to the situation, the new normal, which is what we are, the reality that we are living with. We are happy to say that we have seen giant strides in the in this adaptation for the Lagos State government, and we know that it is because of resourceful people that are with you, our father, and yourself that is pushing it alongside the Ministry of Education. And on this note, we recognize your effort and we present to you the Humanitarian Educator Award. Thank you very much, our father, for your support. We believe that God will give you the best of rewards for investing time and resources in the future of this great nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Director. I know our Honorable Commissioner will have one or two things to say as a goodwill message.
Thank you very much. With great gratitude, I give thanks to the Almighty God for making this possible, and also all the good things that I've done. I'm not taking any credit, all the credits, to the Almighty Lord. And I pray for forgiveness for my missteps. I accept this award. I've been in education. I started my career in education after graduating, and I spent over 30 years working in a university. And I'm very glad that my passion is still in education because of its importance. So I will take this opportunity to dedicate this award to all the students, and also to send a word of encouragement to them that it is very important for us to continue to learn. Learning is lifelong. The future of our country is in your hands, because we want you to be educated to move Nigeria forward. Thank you very much, the organizer, for the recognition.
Thank you very much, sir.
I appreciate everything you're doing. I'm very impressed, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are highly grateful. Thank you, sir.
As the crown, sir.
Yes, sir.
As the crown, before our,
I'm with you, sir.
I believe we still have our Honorable Commissioner on Science and Technology. On behalf of Academic Excellence Initiative,
yes.
we would like to book appointments with our respected commissioner to present this award physically to our Honorable Commissioner. And we hope to hear from our commissioner on that very soon.
Okay, definitely, by the grace of God, we'll schedule a time, next week or the week after, to do the physical presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Sir.
We appreciate it.
Thank you,
also,
sir.
moving on, at the crown, sir, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Moving on is to, of course, present to our chairperson for today's event, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary, Education District 1, mother who has been with us, who has supported this campaign for excellence. Of course, it will also be presented by the director, Engineer Olajide Fahid. I'm talking about no other person than our mother, a woman of substance, Barrister Mrs. Margaret Titilayo. So, Director, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, Lee Crown. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, we are happy that we have this opportunity to recognize our mother, Barrister Mrs. Titilayo Sholari, for your support. And when we say support, we know what it means to be on the field. The Tutor Generals are the enablers for AEI whenever we want to have our programs in various secondary schools. Without your support, we wouldn't have been able to reach the students. And in fact, the impact of our work would have been very, very low. But with your support, knowing fully well that we are after the same goal, to ensure that we invest as much as possible in the future of this nation, our youth, we have been blessed with the kind of personality that you have in supporting us. And that is why, even as Lee Crown mentioned earlier, we have been following you through all the education districts you have been. So, and we are happy, and we pray God continues to prosper you. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, we hereby present this Humanitarian Educator Award to you, Barrister Mrs. Titilayo Margaret Sholari. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you very much, AEI I'm indeed
Thank
very
you. So that's our
grateful
duty, all right.
and honored to be an awardee. I really don't expect it. We are there to do our work and to support where necessary. But I must confess that I'm very happy to have been honored. It gives me more encouragement to put more into the work. Though, just as I said, we are doing our work. So when you now see something else there, well, it's another thing. We are doing our work. So I want to appreciate you greatly, particularly what we are doing for our students. We appreciate you greatly. So I, Larry Margaret Tulayo, with great humility, I accept the award. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ma.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ma. And of course, we'll be looking forward
Also,
to presenting.
Also, Atlikan, can you hold, please?
Yes.
Please, we would like
Okay, sir.
the Tutor General also to receive an award on behalf of the Commissioner on Education.
Okay.
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 Kindly.
Okay.
So our director can actually present as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you very much, Ma. So there is a lot that has been said already, and we all realized also the kind of support
on technology.
the kind of support that we have received also from the Commissioner from Education. Our last annual program, which was held towards the end of last year, which was the Youth Orientation Program, was attended, and in fact, the Honorable Commissioner spoke a lot and spoke directly to the minds of the students. Everyone, we were all impressed, we were all moved, and we are happy to have a mother to work with. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, I hereby present to our mother, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, the Humanitarian Educator Award. Thank you very much for the work that you're doing, and we pray that God continues to prosper you. Thank you, Ma.
Well, thank you very much once again. On behalf of the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, we are also happy to receive this award on our behalf. I want to mention that the Honorable Commissioner is the right peg in the right hole. And that's why you are seeing all these innovations that you are seeing. That's the truth. She's the right peg in the right hole. And she believes greatly in technology. And I want to believe that we are still going to see more from the Honorable Commissioner. So on behalf of the Honorable Commissioner, Mrs. Adefisayo, I accept the award and I wish you the best in your future endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma. We are grateful. Thank you, Ma.
Atlikan, are you there? Atlikan, are you with us? Okay, moving on is presentation of award to our guest lecturer, Professor Musa Aibinu. And to do that for us is no other person than a senior special advisor to the Governor on Science and Technology, Lagos State, Engineer Saeed Balogun. But before then, can we have Engineer Saeed Balogun to on his video, as well as our professor? Okay, before then, I would like to recite some little citation about Engineer Saeed Balogun. Do we have Engineer Saeed Balogun on board?
Yes, I'm on board.
Okay, can we have our professor?
Yes, he's on board.
Yes, I'm on board.
Okay, Engineer Saeed Balogun, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Science and Technology, Lagos State. Saeed has over 18 years of professional work experience within and outside Nigeria. Some of the projects handled include revenue assurance and budget management technology tools, smart government initiative in the Middle East, Dubai, Riyadh, and Abidjan, to derive social economics and social technical benefits, working with leading telecom firm in the development of platforms that support smart city initiative in the public service as such as security, intergovernmental relation, education, transport, and seamless connectivities on metro lines. It was recruited as a consultant to Cisco System to strengthen their professional services team in the telecoms and enterprise business unit in the last 8 years with Cisco. He has worked on planning, rollout, and development budgets for the building technology platform in the telecom and oil and gas industries within and outside Nigeria. This platform has enabled improvement in capacity and efficiency of business through technology adoption. Some of the clients are leading telecom, oil and gas, and financial institutions. Saeed is an exposed to the use of information technology in the optimal management of network and system, smart economic and smart city solution. Again, only you, this is too much. He is also the founder of www.kara.com.ng, the winner of the e-commerce website startup of the year 2016 by the Nigerian Technology Award, NITA. He also earned an award of honor from the prestigious Science and Association of Nigeria, SAN, for his contribution to the development of science and education. If you like, I say I go skip him. I got this one too much. Too much.
Yeah, skip it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, his professional qualification includes he holds the prestigious information technology certificate, some of which are Cisco Certified Internet Work Expert, CCIEA Emeritus, Certified Information System Security Professional, CISSP, Certified Information Security Manager, CISM, as well as Project Management Professional, MPM, to mention but a few. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Engineer Saeed Balogun as he presents our Honorable Professor the award, Musa Abiodun the award. Thank you so much, Mr. Engineer Balogun. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I would like to, on behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, present this award, Humanitarian Educator Award, to no other person than Professor Engineer Abiodun Musa Ibinu. Coincidentally, Professor Musa Ibinu is not a stranger to me. In fact, I have known him since my days in the university as someone who is passionate about providing education, you know, not just education, but education to the less privileged and education to the larger society with clear objective to providing practical impact to the society at large. I hereby present this award to Professor. Kindly accept this award from Academic Excellence Initiative. Thank you and God bless.
Thanks a lot, my Hebrew brother and friend, and to AEI for the award. Let me just say one thing again is that based on the we are going to take the next step. We have some ways that we can collaborate with AEI in impacting the life of the student far better. Like we have a platform for clean energy certification, and then a bit of introduction into AI. We will share it with AEI. And then we also have internship opportunity that we will write to you officially after this. And also for some of them in secondary and higher institution, we will make available our virtual laboratory for the practical. So
thank you, AEI.
Duty, all right.
Yes, I want you to follow up with me after this on all those four things I've mentioned. Clean energy certification of course for those who are interested, and also a basic introduction on AI. Yeah, it is going to be online learning, and then we will also do a follow up on hands-on and the internship opportunity for some secondary school students in AI and clean energy, and then making available our virtual laboratory platform to secondary schools on your network. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
sir. Thank you, sir. We are indebted, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot also for the award. I really appreciate.
Okay, thank you so much. We are happy to have you in our midst this afternoon. Moving on with the award is to be presented to our second lecturer, Dr. Olubayo Adekombi, ably represented by, can we have his representative? The representative of Dr. Olubayo Adekombi, Mr. Olalekan Olasande, should please turn his video.
Akinsande. All right, can you hear me?
Mr. Olalekan Akinsande.
Oh, apologies, sir. Mr. Olalekan Akinsande, apologies, sir.
No problem, sir.
Yeah. I can find. Yeah, I read his profile. Who should read it? Okay, I can find. Okay, can we have Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology on board, Honorable Akim Fad, to present this award? Akim Fad to present this award to our guest lecturer.
Okay, on behalf of the academic.
Before then, I would like to read a little profile about our very respected commissioner. Okay, our commissioner, like I said earlier on, is an honorable commissioner on science and technology, Lagos State. Is a network infrastructure manager, director of information technology, University of Distance Learning, Columbia, University of District of Columbia, MBA, Computer Information and System Science, BSIT, Industrial Technology, Oyo University, to mention both of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our distinguished, indefatigable, and indomitable Honorable Commissioner of Science and Technology, as he presents this award to our humble lecturer. Thank you so much. You have the floor now, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative, I will take this opportunity to present the Humanitarian Educator Award to Dr. Olubayo Adekombi in recognition of your contributions towards education in Nigeria and service to humanity at this event. On this day, 38th January 2021. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, the organizers, Academic Excellence Initiative. I'm receiving this award on behalf of Dr. Olubayo Adekombi, and very sure, like we all know, Dr. Olubayo is someone who is also very passionate about Nigeria. He's very passionate about Africa, and then of course passionate about building talents, and that's why the whole vision of Data Science Nigeria, which is to raise 1 million artificial intelligence talents in 10 years, started. So I'm very sure he's excited about this award. And of course, I will inform him about the award. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We appreciate both the giver and the receiver of the award. Now, moving on, I would like to bring on board the project coordinator, a person of Prince Adeshegun Ogunbayi, to present an award to the CEO or MD ETC Nigeria Limited. The MD, Mr. Femi Amoda. So can we have Mr. Femi Amoda to put on his video? Mr. Femi Amoda, MD ETC Nigeria Limited. We already have our father, Prince Adeshegun Ogunbayi, AEI project coordinator.
Seems we lost audio.
AEI, can you hear me? AEI?
Excellence, RDTR, right?
Okay, better now. We appreciate our project coordinator, Prince Ogunbayi, for that wonderful presentation. So gradually, we are moving to the end of today's program. But now, not without celebration of our great scholars of today's occasion. Now we've come to the declaration of results. And from the grand final competition, the competition started with a preliminary between 81 schools and 243 students in participation. Each school was paired with 3 students from SS2 class. The students have contested. Now it's time to award the best among the great scholars. Starting from the preliminary, we embrace the courage of all participating schools and students, but for every competition, there must be a winner and also a winner. We implore you to keep to your best, to emerge as winners in your academic and personal endeavors, because the value of AEI is excellent. The organization has chosen the award the most excellent student in the Grand South. I urge every one of us to focus on our screen at this junction to see the list of our great scholars and hear the declaration of the result, why the prizes will be given to them. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still on the presentation of results. We're trying to sort some logistics here, which we are almost there. I still urge every one of us to focus on the screen as we'll be presenting the giant check. So our scholars for today are world-class scholars, as well as chief crisis. So should I start from the rear, from the third? AEI. Are we still together?
Yes, we're with you. Excellence, our duty, our right.
Our duty, all right.
Excellence.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the result we are waiting for. Wow, right now, I think I'm jealous of some scholars here because I can see a lot of, it's indeed giant, like the check is indeed giant. I would like, probably before then, before the presentations, gone are the days when we used to have this debate that government school is better than private school and private school is better than public schools. And we'll be blowing a lot of grammars, panel of judges, co-debaters, in order to justify our point. But today, I believe we have Honorable Commissioner for Education in our midst. Of course, we have a lot of proprietors and proprietors in our midst. I would like to start from the first, from the what? From the real, from the first, from the real, which is what? No, the third position. The second runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to inform you that the second runner-up for 2020-2021 AEI Award and Scholars Competition goes to no other school than Keke Senior High School. Can we give them a round of applause? Keke Senior High School. Keke Senior High School. Can we have the representative, the scholars should step forward, as well as the proprietor or the principal of the grade school. Let me inform you that Keke Senior High School is a public secondary school in Lagos. Keke Senior High School is a public school. I'm also proud to inform you that throughout my primary, secondary, and university education, I have never attended a private institutions or secondary or schools. This is not to say that they are not good, but this is also to say that the public secondary school too in Lagos State are doing well. So we want to give kudos to the Lagos State government. We want to give kudos to the Honorable Commissioner on Education, as the Tutor General in our midst, for the job well done in enhancing the educational sector of Lagos. I would compete with numbers of secondary school. We now have the second runner-up goes to Keke Senior High School with the amount, a giant check of 100,000 naira. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guest of honor, can we join our hands together for these great scholars? They have done wonderful well. We appreciate you. That is the project coordinator handling the check to the school, to the principal of the school. And now we are having the pictures, presentations to the principal. Okay, we congratulate you, Ma. I will congratulate the scholars as well as the school for this great performance. Okay, we hope. Can they hear? Sir, Ma, they can't hear. Can you hear the project coordinator talking? Anybody?
No.
Okay. So our project coordinator is congratulating the scholar for the second runner-up. We're encouraging them to do more and be a good ambassador of their school, of Lagos State, Nigeria, as well as academic excellence. And our scholar, what was that? So our scholars is Miss. Okay, the representative of the principal of KK Senior High School is Mrs. Joyce Ogogomi. Girigiri, apologies. Iribiri Joyce Ogogomi. Okay, that's the representative of the principal who is going to be giving and the students, the scholars for the third runner, sorry, for the second runner up include Shodia Ayomide Emmanuel. Shodia Ayomide Emmanuel, as well as Unwoke Eneka. Those are the scholars that represent the school. So now, can we hand over the mic to Mrs. Iribiri Joyce Ogogomi as she gives her comments. Thank you so much and congratulations once again.
Thank you so very much, Academic Excellence Initiative. I want to say a very big thank you for this wonderful presentation. I want to say that you have done well and you continue to do so. And we promise that next time we come, we're going to come and talk. I want to appreciate.
There's something missing. Engineer. Saloma present check. I want to check with Saloma present. I need to go on commissioner on Monday.
Thank you very much. I want to
Thank you and congratulations once again. Can we join our hands together for the winners again for the second runner-up for today's event?
For at the same time. You don't have any reason. None of you here have any reason at all not to ensure you score above 300 exam. Once again, I congratulate you and I welcome you as one of your education. Excellence our data. So, some of the 341 is here. So now right there. So come on,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Actually,
Congratulations to our school. That is the reward of excellence. This is no other school than Baptist Excellence are due to our right. This is Baptist Model High School, Ijegun, coming up as the second prize winner, receiving the giant check of 150,000 naira. 40 are sponsors for this year's edition. This is a wonderful effort. Apologies for the audio mix. We have the celebrants, the students, and of course, their directors, the deputy directors with them. Congratulations to Baptist Model High School. Congratulations. Over to you, Mr. Olawale. I think the audio is back now.
Okay. Can you hear me, audience? The crowd, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, it's better now. It's better now. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. Here is presentation for the first runner-up Scholars Day 2020-2021. It goes to no other school than Baptist Model High School, Ijegun, Lagos. And we have the principal of the school here present with us, Mrs. Maduka Kalisha, and the participants are the representative of the school include Maduka Kalisha, Eloshuku, okay, Mobalaji Dina, and Obima Shimere. Those are our two scholars for today. And they'll be going on with a giant check of 150,000 naira. We say a big congratulations to you. And I'm also happy to inform you.
Yes, 150,000 naira. That's a huge sum. Congratulations.
Okay, that is the project coordinator presenting the check of 150,000 naira to the principal of the school, Baptist Model High School, Ijegun, Lagos. Congratulations, Mubola Gidina. Congratulations, Obima Shimere. Congratulations to the principal of the school. Congratulations to Lagos State. And congratulations to AEI. AEI.
Excellence, our dude. All right.
Can we join our hands together for them once again? For job well done, congratulations. And we hope you continue with the legacy of continuing the academic excellence. Okay. The principal has a message for us. Can we hand over the Thank you so much. Can we join our hands together again for the first runner-up of this year's edition, Academic Excellence Scholars and Award Day 2020-2021 edition. Congratulations, KK High School. That's a first runner-up. The second runner-up, congratulations, Baptist Model High School, first runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, AEI.
Excellence, our duty, all right.
Our duty, all right.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to bring on board again. Is engineer still around? Science and technology? Check. Check where I still around. AEI. AEI.
Excellence, our duty, all right.
Perfectly. Permit me to bring on board once again our Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, a political think tank, our amiable father and mentor, a man of timber and caliber, whose doggedness is driving with articulation. Sir, I believe all those accolades You know what is the result at the end of the day. I will see you. I will see you personally in your office by God's grace to discuss that with you, sir. Thank you so much. We are glad to have you in our midst.
Absolutely.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Lekram, I'm speaking for myself, not for you,
The
sir.
moment you've been waiting for. No problem.
I don't know what you have been saying. I don't know why you are saying, obviously. I'm speaking for myself, not you.
I support you, boss.
Don't worry, we'll go together. We'll go together. We'll go together, sir. We'll go together. Ladies and gentlemen, very respected principal in our midst, government officials, I am glad to introduce to you the scholars of this year edition. This check. Seriously? Who could that be?
Wow.
Who could that be? You don't give them a score. I never call her now. Okay. Who could that be, ladies and gentlemen? And the winner
the
for
school.
2020-2021, who will going on with a giant check of 250,000 goes to know all the person or school. Okay, let me mention the person first. I will not mention the school. I think the winner is Comrade Lasisi Yusuf Olawale, aka Alasu. Because this 250,000, I know what it can do. Okay, Lekra is my second. So we share it together, 100, 150.
Not bad.
Okay. It's not bad. Well, that's why I trust my boss. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our champion and the winner for this year edition goes to know all the school. Dan Jansol
High School. Stand up for the champion, stand.
Stand up, I don't get good voice. Stand up for the champion. Can we join our hands together for these wonderful scholars? It's not easy. This champion you're seeing here today, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not mistaken, they competed with 83 schools. And today, they made it to the final as well as the winner of this year edition. We have the principals here today. In person of, okay, to present to them is the Honorable Commissioner on Science and Technology, as I've introduced. I will not give any accolade again because my father has already promised me something which I will not mention. He just messaged me and I saw the message. Thank you so much in advance. Thank you, sir. So I hand over the institutional mic to our Honorable Commissioner as to present this award.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much again. There is always a reward for excellence in whatever you do. It can be tangible or it can be intangible. Some will stay with you forever. Some you can spend, and some you can put into good use. I will say a big congratulations to Dansol High School for winning $250,000. It will go a long way. I will take this opportunity to thank the teachers as well as the principal of the school for doing an excellent job, and at the same time to thank the students for putting their hands and resources together to win this handsome prize. It is an honor to stand here or to sit down in my office and send a virtual check or present the check to the students of the school. Or is the principal there also? So we'll present the representative of the school with the fund. This is another testimony of the good work of Academic Excellence Initiative. They're doing a great deal to make sure that we educate our future leaders, because without them, we're going nowhere. Please kindly accept this check on behalf of the Academic Excellence Initiative. Thank you very much for the good work. Please, let's give them a round of applause.
Now we are here with we also have the vice principal of Dancehall High School, Mr. Famoku. We have the vice principal of Dancehall High School, Mrs. Famoku. Okay, and here we have Mrs. Samuel representing the school physically. Also, we have the students. A winner for this year's edition of the scholars include Lola Adekumi, right? Lola Adekumi and Uko Daniel, all from Dancehall High School. I say a big congratulations to you both. Congratulations to your school. Congratulations to Lagos State. Congratulations AEI for giving this wonderful opportunity. I can see competition already for next year. When our mother, I think of Kete High School, say next year we die here. Next year we die here. That check is coming to us.
Exactly.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Dancehall High School.
Mrs. Famoku, should please turn the video on, please.
Okay.
Ms. Famoku, can we have your goodwill message, Mark?
Yeah, she's almost doing it. She's doing that now.
Okay. I think the MC should keep the check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma.
Good afternoon, Academic Excellence Initiative. We appreciate the presentations from the invited speakers. It's so enriching, and the gifts and opportunities presented to the students after this opportunity is a very great one. I've been with you even before the commencement of the program, and I've really learned a lot. The platform that had been presented, I pray that the government will really integrate this into the curriculum in such a way that every child in Lagos State schools will grow in the 4.0 technology world. There's been so much disruption in the economics, the educational sector, but there's hope for our children. I want to appreciate every school that has participated and the winning schools this afternoon. We appreciate Dancehall High School representatives. We appreciate Mr. Samuel standing with them. We always seize opportunities for growth. It helps to measure competence. It also helps to also give our children a platform because we are preparing them for global competence. And I also pray that this initiative will go beyond Lagos State, that very soon it will be a national program and also on the international platform. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the effort that has been put in place. The slogan says, excellence, our right, our duty.
Excellence, our duty, our right.
All right.
For us as a school, The motto of the school is wisdom and excellence. And as we continue to partner together, greater AIE and greater Lagos State, greater dancehall. In Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, AEI.
Excellence, duty, all right.
Duty, all right. Excellent. We congratulate the school once again, and we would like our honorable commissioner of science and technology to help in presenting the trophy to the winners. But before then, I will personally like, on behalf of Academic Excellence Initiative, to indulge the honorable commissioner of science and technology to use his good office in induction of industry 4.0 into the Nigerian educational system. Of course, Lagos leads and other states follow. This can commence from Lagos State with the help of our honorable commissioner. And we hope, as you actually put it into practice as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have one or two words to say on what I just say now, sir, before the presentation of the trophy to the winner.
Thank you very much again. I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to ingest Industry 4.0 technology into our curriculum. The Lagos State government, under the leadership of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is committed to provide an enabling environment to further the growth of technology in our educational systems, in our commercial space, and also in our industries. So we have the commitment and we have the will to make this happen, but we cannot do it alone. That's why we're reaching out to the industry experts, we're reaching out to educators, and we're reaching out to organizations like AEI, because by collaborating, we can do much better. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to present the trophy to Dancehall High School for their excellent work. Congratulations again. I wish you the best in all your undertakings. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
AEI.
Excellence, our duty, all right.
Duty, all right.
Thank you so much. We appreciate our honorable commissioner. That is the trophy presented to the winner of this year's edition. That's the live school. And our scholars, once again, Alala, Adekumi, as well as Uko Daniel, all from Dancehall High School. We have the vice principal online with us, as well as Mr. Samuel here physically. Also, let me use this medium to announce that our honorable and very respected personality, senior special advisor to the governor of technology, doubles with the CEO, Kara.com.ng, has donated 2 smartphones for the winner of this year's edition. Thank you. Can we join our eyes together for the honorable SSA? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Can we have a chat on board, please? Any guys, can we have you on board? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's senior special assistant. Senior special assistant.
Senior special assistant. Apologies, sir. I'm trying to figure out whether my district will be more. What is it called? I don't want to use congressive terminology. Kiso. I don't want to use the word kiso. That's why I'm trying to use assistant and district together. So I appreciate the gift. Now, we have one or two things to say to the winner of today's event.
And on Industry 4.0. What I can just say is that, you know, this is a challenge to the school. You know, if they are going to keep this award next year, then they are going to work harder, because I am sure, you know, many other schools out there, you know, will be looking out to taking up that position that you have just taken. So it's a challenge, and I just wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can we have the, okay, the check has been presented already. We want to congratulate you once again, and we indulge you to do more and more. Congratulations, and we hope to see you at the top in the coming annual and scholar race, which I believe your school can do better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. Congratulations. Can we join our hands together for them while they're going on to your stage?
Excellent, our duty, all right.
Our duty, all right. Excellent.
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 Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olawale, for a very wonderful job. It has been a very great day. Congratulations to our winners. Yes, like the former governor will always say, the reward of hard work is more work. You just have to put in more effort in order for you to sustain the tempo you have created. Congratulations to Dancel High School, congratulations to Baptismo High School, and of course to Keke Senior High School. I'm very sure that particular position will be keenly contested by public schools next year, and it's going to be a real battle of the Titans. Yes, as we are gradually coming to the end of today's
1 minute as we go. Can you hear me?
It's important. I honorably invite the project coordinator, Prince, to give us the vote. So, Mr. Lawali, you were saying something?
Yes. AEI, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yes, sir.
Okay, before the vote of thanks, I would like all the officials to come out while we take our group pictures, as well as stay behind the project coordinator while giving the vote of thanks, because someone like me would like to see, at least someone like me would like to be there, so that I would like to farm the commissioners and our professors here today. So can we have all the officials on board?
What about me now? How will I join you from here?
Oh, God, join from here, join from there.
All right, it's a wonderful thing. Yes, the program we're having today has been very long coming. The effort has been behind us best brains. You know, working around the clock every week, virtual meetings, online, you know, logistics, putting logistics into place and ensuring that we all get the result we have today. And to the glory of God, these are the brain behind today's event, and we say a big thank you to you all, and we appreciate all our sponsors. I'm not speaking on behalf of Prince, so we are just taking the photograph now. Afterwards, the Prince will definitely, as the project coordinator,
Yes,
give us a vote of thanks. All right, let's have our pics now. I'm saying my hi from here too.
I congratulate all the schools, all the one school participated, present 2021 Attention Initiative Award for Scholars Day. You've really done a wonderful job. And I want to thank the leading commissioner here today, that's the Commissioner for Science and Technology, for his uncommon presence and support today. The stand here today shows clearly the basic reason why we have to deserve this award. Let's please clap for the honorable commissioner. We are really proud of you. It shows that the world is already out there. The simple stuff that can actually aid in actualizing what actually the world actually requires, particularly in Nigeria. So without we and the government coming together to strengthen education in Nigeria, automatically for future to be the way the cultural said it is probably not to be. Because these students are actually the tomorrow. So therefore, we thank you. We thank all the guest lecturers, right from the professor of mechatronics, from Fukushima, and also the common personality doctor from MTN. That's the Lupayo and the company for a wonderful job. So also I will forget the common commissioner who has been strengthening education in Nigeria through Lagos State. Excellent. That is the honorable commissioner, Mrs. Folashade Adefisaya. Thank you very much for the road for life. Don't forget not to mention the districts that's going on there. That is Lagos 1 under the leadership of Barrister Margaret Titilayo July for our common rule. So I equally appreciate Lupen for his role in the history of our AEI. You have made a distinct mark in the life of AEI. And I'm very sure that's the beginning, that's what we did. So today, today, so I'm going to start. We are in the whole world assessing you and facility. After all the distinct school here today, dance on. Congratulations, dancer. Congratulations. So baptism, baptism and the Lord behind the so again, from the program last year, we could win. So today, the clear path that we established and a common mark in the history of education in Nigeria. That is academic education law, and I want my team to see this opportunity as a means to capture the world. The world that the world is under our feet. Once again, I thank all of you and all those that have been supporting us, right from students, education, and all that leading personality that have been supporting us today. Once again, I welcome you all to the
Excellent. Thank you to the project team. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much. AEI.
Excellence, our duty, all right.
Excellence, our duty, all right.
Our duty, all right. Lekan, can you take it from there?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, sir.
Just take it from there.
Thank you very much. dancing. Okay, national anthem. Go over.
Thank you very much to our guests. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner and Honorable Commissioner for Education, Honorable Commissioner for Science and Tech, our guest lecturers, and our distinguished guests. And of course, also Mrs. Dr. Marco Digge. Thanks a lot for your support. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you all. So have a lovely day.